This is for my private eyes only. Jeff, do not put this or publish this or put this on anything. This is for my lawyer and for an example of what was going on with Gracie. I keep thinking about it. I may have repeated myself many times on this, but I want to make it very clear that at no time did I put naked videos or pictures of Gracie on. I did, however, monitor and maintain when Gracie was talking about Benny and her mom and about the different guys that Micah was sleeping with. I did have a video camera running while Gracie was in the bedroom and while Gracie was in the bathtub when she was younger, because she was telling me information about Benny being naked, Benny and Micah sleeping in the same bed together, you know, and she was using her own words, and I was not coaxing her or asking her or coaching her on anything. And I felt that I had to record it for the simple fact that she was telling me this. I did do a project at one time that I thought it'd be pretty neat to show people that, you know, if your kids aren't clean or whatever else. I never showed Gracie naked in the bathtub, but I did read her books in the bathtub, but everything was covered at all times, showing that you can make time for your kids if you don't have too much time. As a single dad, I've always felt strongly that you gotta find time to spend time with your kids. You gotta find time to read to them. You gotta find time to let them know they're important. So my time was always important. And so I didn't just, I recorded everything. And the reason why is I was showing people, but she wasn't naked in any of them. Now, the ones that she may have been are the ones that I was using for court. And the ones that were basically put on so that I could show the judges, I could show the lawyers the conversations Gracie and I had where she was volunteering information to me, and how her mom would always be talking negative, how she wasn't allowed, how she'd be in trouble if she talked. She physically and mentally was abused if my name got brought up by the grandmother and the mother for years. I was showing the scratches and the marks on her body, and everybody's like, well, Benny, it wasn't always about Benny. And even though Benny was a big problem, a big, you know, that was bad, Mike also dated married men that were married, and they were sleeping, they were cheating on their wives. Micah was dating pedophiles, predators, and I kept records and documents of these men because Gracie was telling me about them. And my daughter, one thing about my daughter is she's not a liar, and she doesn't fabricate anything. She doesn't have to. She's just that. She is my daughter, and it worried me and it panicked me. So whenever we do stuff in court and everything else, yes, I get worried and everything else because, like I said, it may look bad. The other attorneys can make it look really bad. But as far as the number of videos, I have the least amount of videos on YouTube and everything else compared to everybody else. Even though I have over 366,000 subscribers, they are Marines, because I put, you know, I am a great advertiser. I'm a great, you know, I'm able to market stuff so that I can actually, and it just happens that Gracie's in a lot of the videos, but I have more videos on there that are private. I have more videos on there that are of me doing motivational stuff. I got videos of their praise and everything else. But the very first videos I put on there were of Gracie and I, so that Gracie, you know, it was just stuff. I was helping out my Marine Corps brothers that were stressed. They were killing themselves. They didn't know what to do with their kids. And I was writing a book about it. And then I noticed that I had more people watching my videos. Now, I allowed comments so I could see what people were watching, what they were doing. Majority of the people, they don't allow comments on any of their videos and stuff. And because of my network of Marines, Marine Corps League, Army, Navy, all the stuff I do, I had all this put on all of my cards, my records, and everything else where people could go watch my videos on all my business cards. So every bit, I was never hiding anything. I wasn't doing anything that I felt and is not illegal. Now, they're going to turn it to where it is. But you got to understand that there are people out there that really do put naked pictures of their kids and stuff like that, you know, on Facebook and YouTube and all. I never did that with Gracie. Mine were to show people of things you can do with your kids, you know, places you can go with your kids, you know, things you can say to your kids. You know, it was all about, you know, helping your kids, making sure you're there for your kids. You know, I got sick and tired of deadbeat dads and stuff like that. My daughter mother has cost me a fortune because of child support and everything else, but I've always paid it Now, have I gotten behind on it before? Yes, because of coronavirus, because of business. I work for myself, you know, and because I'm in the legal field and I get to see where moms and dads are talking bad about each other. My whole idea was don't bring the kids involved. And so if somebody says something like a cop or somebody else, you know, I've got millions of comments and they find 3 that are bad. And next thing you know, I'm the worst person in the world because I answered it because I did a mass answering. You know, you used to be able to do it. You still can, actually. I just don't do that anymore. And doing a lot of stuff I did, always being on the road and everything else, I didn't check everything at all times. I'm checking things more nowadays. And believe it or not, in the last few years, the only thing that Gracie has been on is for events or something we're doing. So then they get mad because we're playing games and board games because my daughter's doing... Problem is, I wasn't looking at her doing any of that kind of stuff. It's the people that already are looking at it negative. That's the only thing they see. Problem is, I went back to these cops' Facebook page and everything else. They have things worse with their kids. But they're blaming me because of my daughter's mother trying to keep me from finding out that Benny was living at her house. You know, they have to victimize me. They got to make me out to be this bad guy. And I got mad about it because I didn't see what they were seeing. They were seeing this stuff on purpose, but they're doing it themselves. And the problem is the cops that were interviewing me and stuff were the same cops that are cheating on their wives. One of the cops even was sleeping with Micah, my daughter's mother, and not thinking about it. Why? Because Teresa got mad at him because he's one of the cops that also convicted her son. And she's like, well, you're basically beeping my daughter and now you're coming after my son. So they think that he did that in order to find out information on Matt Stapp. It's a mess. And they have kept me from my daughter this whole time because of it. And it's, I won't lie, it's very, very upsetting about, you know, I don't like what they've done. I don't like how this whole thing is playing out. I don't like how people are treating each other. It's bad. And so, you know, here I'm going to be victimized. I'm not going to know all this stuff because I get nervous in court. I'm like anybody else. I get nervous in court and doing stuff. Why do I get nervous? Well, who the heck doesn't? You know, people act like we're not allowed to be human. Okay? When they come and break down your door for a lie and for something based on... By the way, Mike also took half the videos. Why? Because I was usually with them. That's the reason why there's pictures of Gabby. That's the reason why, you know, Gabby's my little buddy. I've always made sure to include Gabby in everything we do. And believe it or not, you know, when you're able to do that and you're promoting the events, I get to put them in events, you know, at no extra charge on stuff. Anyway, it's just something I wanted everybody to know about. And not everybody. I want the courts to know that at no time was my daughter ever in danger. At no time did I ever overstep my bounds. They're going to say it. But I promise you, I can look at the same people that are looking and I can show you how they're overstepping their bounds. I can show you that how it's all going to be blown out of proportion. And quite frankly, I've got God on my side because I've never done anything wrong, because I actually do. I fall for the cracks all the time because my daughter's mother, and like I said, I believe they make money off drugs and stuff, but unfortunately, nobody will go check their houses. Nobody will go look. And by the way, my daughter's mother also has more videos, and even my friends are all afraid that my daughter's mom, she's going to use my daughter to get her pregnant so she can get more money from the government. This all sounds like conspiracy stuff. It's not. Look at what's going on with me right now. And I haven't even done anything wrong. So I am a little peeved and upset about all that. So anyway, I wanted to put that out there, and I'm going to put it on paper. And like I said, nothing has ever been bad with my daughter. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. And yes, I know that the judge is a mother. Okay? But you want to know something? My stuff's not bad. My stuff is actually training. My stuff is showing people what you can and cannot do. Why would I put my name, phone number, email addresses? Why would I put it, why would I advertise it on all the radio stations for every, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do it because I was going to do something bad with my daughter. I did it because I care about people enough to give it examples. I'm sorry, but how much stuff is out there where it show you what you can and cannot do with your kids? What you, you know, what is safe? What is, you know, what different events, different ideas, different. It makes me mad. So anyway, I will. That's this one.